Hi, we're Orestea, and this is an exclusive interview for SonicShocks.com.
To be fair, you were picked up on the street.
He did. He actually picked me up on the street. And he goes, do you want to come to my house?
And
He did. I remember.
Okay, so we met when Lloyd kidnapped Luke.
Yeah. I found a £10 note on the floor.
He found a £10 note.
And then he picked me up.
And then got picked up. And
Went to your old house?
And then he came to me, he said, oh, I found another guitarist. And I was like, awesome, that's like nearly a band.
Kidnapped a guitarist, Winnie now is a drummer and bassist.
Yeah, and then we found a drummer, like we found him like just in a box somewhere. And
he came out and he goes, I'm a drummer.
Yeah, and he seemed enthusiastic, so we thought, yeah, go for it, we'll have him. And then we couldn't find any bassists because everyone wants to play guitar, so we
Real instrument.
we settled with that.
Outrageous.
Okay, really, we were in a band together, and then we moved to Guildford from Tunbridge Wells, and then we were like, oh, let's find a new band, and then we found a new band.
And then
what?
And then... I had that well dodgy riff. That was the first one with us and Will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was there.
Yeah.
So, obviously our first practice sessions were very, very memorable because we all remember them very well.
Just out of nowhere.
But based on the only 2 songs we wrote together in the first month, they weren't that great because the songs were pretty bad.
They were awesome. They were classics. Next album, I think.
They weren't awful, but I wouldn't
was
ever want to hear them
one
again.
of the first songs.
That was the third song.
No,
that was the third song.
That was the third song, yeah. First 2 were
Then
A
Away.
Burnt Offering and Sign of Life.
Yeah.
Which was truly awful. Like, Sign of Life is one of the worst songs I ever heard.
I love Burnt Offering.
No one will ever hear that song.
First Orestea show was at the Star in Guildford, and we sold it out, so it was pretty good.
Didn't sound too good though.
No, it sounded horrific.
Yeah.
I think getting the EP out was quite important. Obviously with getting new fans and everything, it's hard to get people to shows if they've never heard your stuff before. So getting an EP up and getting songs up on MySpace and stuff is always a good way of attracting new fans and getting people to the shows.
Yeah, the EP did like really well for us as well because we used it as a demo, so like a lot of the bigger shows that we played in the first year, like we never would have gotten if we hadn't like just jumped in right at the deep end and recorded an EP within like a month of being a band.
I work a lot, Lloyd works a lot, Lisa works a lot.
Fuck off.
And Luke does nothing!
Not so much.
Yeah, so yeah, most of us have got jobs.
Will teaches drums. But yeah, we've got a couple of sponsors which are helping out and making things a bit cheaper. Like Darkside send us clothes every now and then, so that's helpful. Clothes are always necessary.
Some good dark side shorts right now.
Yeah. Mike literally lives in these shorts. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him not wearing those shorts, except for when the first pair got a hole in them, and then he ordered a new pair, and now he's started wearing them. And also, beunique.com, they send me hair dye. Woo! So I get to have dyed hair. Although I'm not really plugging it very well today, because it's a bit green and busy, sorry.
Westwood.
Oh, Wilson has pimped our ride. Wilson family has pimped our ride.
I helped a bit, and Luke helped a bit.
I cleaned.
He did actually, he's pretty good with a broom.
And a brush.
Made it stink of vinegar.
Oh yeah. He used, what was the one he used?
that?
Balsamic.
You got normal vinegar.
He used like table vinegar to clean the back of the van instead of like, you know you're meant to use distilled vinegar to clean the stuff. He thought that you used normal vinegar. And then we were like, what is that smell? And we got in the back of the van and he had like, you know, Sarson's balsamic vinegar. And a jade wolf. Nice.
We've got a new album coming out on the 4th of October. It's called Love Lines and Blood Ties. And where can we buy it from? Orestea.com.
Yes, there will be a release show. It's on the 4th of October. I know you've got to count to 4 then. It's like...
It's on the 4th of October.
4th of October. That is actually 4. There we go. 4th of October at Backline Studios.
In Guildford. And everyone should come.
Everyone should come, and you can buy tickets from wegottickets.com. So.
And you can buy our new album.
At the show.
Oh, at the show. Okay. I'll
Not
say
off-
from
not off the
not
ticket
from
website.
wegottickets.com. They won't sell you our album. They won't. I think it was good to like actually have some time where we could sort of approach writing the album, sort of like someone would bring an idea and then everyone would change the idea completely, and then you'd make a song out of it, rather than, I think with the first EP it was more like one person would pretty much write the whole song and then they'd come and teach it to the rest of the group, so you don't really get like full group input for each track. So it sounds a bit like disjointed, I think, the EP, which is something that we didn't want with the album. And I think even though there's quite a few different dynamics across the new album, it still sounds like a cohesive album. Like, you can still hear that it sounds like the same band. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good, I
It's
hope
got
so.
everyone's input on every song rather than...
Mike,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
lie, you did jack shit.
Shushing noise.
But no, I know what you mean, like, you hear little bits in each song, it's like, ah, that was Will. And like...
Yeah, like you and Will with all the time signatures.
Yeah, me and Will just tried to make everything like
Wrong.
more complicated
Difficult.
than it should have been, but we're both really bad at explaining ourselves, so it was a lot of like just singing rhythms to the guys
To
and then
Lloyd,
just standing
mainly.
there going, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I think the interlude took me like 2.5
Yeah,
hours.
the interlude took you so long
I fell
to
asleep
record.
for
You fell
at
asleep
least
like
an hour,
Yeah.
and I woke up and you still hadn't got any further. Literally at the same point.
It was so good.
Yeah, I think
Surprised you
Luke
weren't
can
on Call of
take that
Duty.
prize.
I'll
Just
take it
just
to the
for
interlude.
the
Oh,
No,
interlude.
it'd gone past that. I played Call of Duty too much. By
Yeah, I think after the drum week, we'd all played so much Call of Duty that like our eyes were starting to hurt from looking at the TV.
I was loving it.
too many flashbangs.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot, because people presume because I'm a girl that we're either going to be Nightwish or Paramore,
Yeah.
and we're really not either of those
And they're
bands.
the two bands we get compared to a lot as well.
Yeah, Nightwish, I really can't understand Nightwish, because it's like an opera singer over a symphonic metal band, which, you know, clearly doesn't describe us at all, but people just can't look past the fact that I'm female.
And we're too heavy to be Paramore.
Mm.
Yeah, we're like metal Paramore. I don't mind that. Someone...
Metal more.
No,
Metal more. More metal.
someone said that to me at a show, and I was like, that's probably the closest you're going to get to a description for us.
But it's still not quite right.
No.
I'll take the credit for that. Me and my excellent skills on the Paint software.
Yeah, good luck.
Very good job, I believe. Thanks.
Nice.
I didn't know that you knew how to use Paint.
Well, it was Paint or an Etch-a-Sketch. So,
A mixture of the two. Did you hook your Etch-a-Sketch up to your
Yeah.
laptop?
because back in the day when they had USB ports, you know.
No,
Who did it?
actually, it wasn't done by you, was it, Luke? No.
Alright, but an Etch-a-Sketch was involved.
Oh,
He
okay.
did have a go on an
I had a
Etch-a-Sketch,
go.
but it got turned down.
Yeah,
Pretty quickly.
yeah. Who did it, Lloyd? Who did it?
It was a guy called Danny Hoffer, who he has his own company called Archetype Design, and yeah,
He's very good.
pretty awesome.
You also did the EP artwork.
And he's doing our website, MySpace and everything. We just basically leave things down to him because
He's a legend.
our artistic skills kind of stop at music, and none of us are artists by
Yeah,
any
exactly.
stretch of the imagination.
His ideas are much better than ours,
Yeah,
Yeah.
our ideas
By a
are
long shot.
terrible. Absolutely awful.
especially yours.
Yeah.
You
actually-
can't get too far with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay, yeah, we have. We've decided on a first single from the new album. It's a track called Your Own Mistake, and we've already shot a video for it with our friend Aaron, which is looking very lovely. So yeah, we've recorded that, and that will be going up on our website and MySpace as soon as the new designs and stuff are launched. The first single we're actually going to be releasing as a free download single, because we just figured that everyone's been waiting for our album for ages, and you know, you've all been patient and really supportive, so we just wanted to give something back to you guys. So that will be available to download from our website and our MySpace as soon as they launch, which will be in about 2 weeks.
About that.
2 weeks.
Not long.
Good times.
Will.
Yeah.
I really think Will is hilarious. Like,
The dancing.
Yeah.
Just-
That is, he doesn't do that funny. He doesn't intend to be funny.
yeah.
He's actually a
But the
scene
thing
kid.
is, like, you don't know whether with Will, you don't know whether he's actually meaning to be funny or whether he's being really stupid a lot of the time. But he's really quick. Like, he'll say something and like his
He's
comebacks are
very
amazing.
witty.
His comeback to me the other day, I was like, Will, your hair's not straight. He just goes, hilarious!
That didn't really prove my point all that well.
But it was quite good.
He is very funny, and his dancing's amazing. And his
Crab
hair,
His
hair makes him look like
James May.
James May. So
Insert screenshot there.
That's where he is right now, doing the next Top Gear.
I'm sorry. After that episode in the van, the
Oh
other
yeah,
day,
yeah.
he
Good.
moans so much,
If
Biggest
he was on
diva
the,
ever.
and his feet. Oh,
that was one night.
those socks were
was
the
all
most
weekend.
disgusting smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life.
They were pretty good.
They were rank. Like, we could all smell something awful and we couldn't work out what it was, and then I looked under the seat of the van and there was just this pair of like wet, disgusting socks under there. And then I asked him to move them and then didn't, so we left them there for a full 24 hours.
Sorry.
It's a good job I brought the air freshener with me.
What flavour air freshener?
Magnolia and vanilla.
That's the one.
Classic.
It's good. Yes.
Opposite to failure.
That's a fair point.
That was quick.
The band is successful when we can make enough money to live and eat without having another job or any loans.
So failure is probably more likely.
Yeah, so failure is where we're at now, and we're working towards success. Buy our new album. It's awesome.
You'll love it.
Just get all your mates down to the launch show.
Yes. If you're in Guildford or Surrey or fancy travelling to Guildford, come to our launch show because it's going to be amazing, basically.
And add us all on Twitter.
Yeah, we've all got Twitter now,
yeah.
except for you. You haven't started your Twitter yet.
I haven't got
I've done
Oh,
two
we can
posts.
do it from here. Okay. By the time this interview goes up, even Luke will be on Twitter, and his Twitter updates are bound to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Or just mopey.
Yeah. If you fancy laughing at a human being, then
If you're
add
easily
Luke on
offended, you
Twitter.
might not want to add Luke.
No.
If you're easily offended by bad spelling and grammar, you also might not want to add Luke.
And random capital letters.
Well, I love my capitals.
But yeah, on Twitter, the band is just Twitter/Orestea, and each of us is our first name followed by Orestea, all one word, after the /. I did that the wrong way around, but I'm sure you can work it out. I'll put it on the screen. It'll be on the screen somewhere while we're saying. Cheers for watching, guys. We've been Orestea, and you can find us on www.orestea.com or MySpace/Orestea.
Cool. Are we done?
Should we say bye from Will?
James May.
Bye, kids!